Hi, I'm Ellie Walsh, and today is day 50. Ask and it is given. Now, first of all, that's a great book by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I'm sure some of you know Abraham. For me, over 10 years ago now, maybe 11 years ago, I was introduced to Abraham. Life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. And that is a phenomenal book. Ask and it is given. I highly recommend it. But today I'm also saying it because I mean it. Ask and it is given. When you put out what you want, the universe conspires to bring all the cooperative components to bring it to you. We need to be a vibrational match for it. So, I need to tell you an ask and it was given story. A good friend of mine, who also is in the Empower Network business with me, wanted to go. There's an event coming up next week, next Thursday. So she wanted to go on this event, and the money wasn't there in the bank account. And she didn't freak out. She was like, I really want to do this, and somehow this is going to work out for me. And today, it worked out. But let me tell you this. She has been going along with the videos from day one. I know she has watched them more than once. She has implemented them. So she is doing what I'm talking about in there. I know that because she stays in touch with me, she asks questions, she fine-tunes it. So in essence, not in essence, for true, she made a commitment to herself. Not to me, to herself. I'm going to do this because I am going to change my life. I'm going to create these new pathways. And it has been working out incredible. So just a day or so ago, she was like, well, I have enough money now for the ticket for the event. But there was still airfare. She didn't freak out. And she looked at the airfare prices and she said, airfare prices are different now than they were a couple of years ago. She still didn't freak out. She was like, oh, and then she apparently shifted on that. And today, I get a message. The money's coming through. Now, she put it out there. She asked some people for ideas. She didn't ask them for a loan. She asked people for ideas on how, what would you do and how do you think I could, and so she wasn't trying to manipulate it. She was opening all the doorways and then just kept saying, I don't know how this is going to happen, but it did. And somebody stepped up and in her church and offered her this for her ticket. So I heard that this morning. I was smiling. I wasn't surprised. I knew the commitment level she had. So I wasn't really surprised. And then later on today, I had missed a phone call from her, which I promise you was not a mistake. Okay? Because when she went back and she finally did have the money, and it was in her account, and she could go buy the ticket now, the airline ticket, the flight was gone for the times and days she needed. So she said, oh, I got a little upset, and she did call me. Again, I wasn't available. You could call that a coincidence if you want. It's part of the cooperative components. So she had no time to freak out. And then she went and she looked again, and she ended up, she had to go to a different airport, but not much further. And so the flight is booked. So she asked, and it was given. But she had to stay in alignment with it. And she couldn't start to go off of, how could this ever work? This is never going to work. And I'm sure she started to go there, but she kept bringing it back. She kept shifting it. She kept saying, there's endless possibilities. Of course this can happen. Of course it can. And it did. That's what this is all about. You say, what does it mean being in alignment and being in vibrational match? It's staying on that side of course this can work for me. That's a good one. Of course this can work for me. Of course it can. Even when those stories, you go, those are old stories. Of course this can work for me. So, this is really cool because I'll be seeing her in Denver. We're going to Denver, Colorado next Thursday. And we'll be there for a couple of days. Ask and it is given. And learning how to fine-tune those askings, that's tomorrow night at the Google Hangout. Now you absolutely need to get over to the Facebook page because Google Hangout does not let me pre-book it. I can't get you the link until like 15 to 20 minutes before. So figure 7:45 New York time, come over to the Facebook page. I will put the link for the Google Hangout there. And come and join me. Come ask your questions. We're going to talk about how to write an intention and how to fine-tune it, how to bring all of your senses into it. Ask and it is given. I will see you tomorrow on the Google Hangout, and yes, I will make a video. So I'll see you then. Have a good night.